What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith, aka the Senor Positivo, otherwise known as your big homie D, exclusively on the Positivity Hour podcast. It's December 6th, and I hope you're having a good day. So let's roll that intro and get to it. Now that the intro has rolled, we're going to get into today's video. This is definitely not my second take recording this. Who does second takes? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Two things, how this is going to go. Three things now. One, you're going to hate, comment, subscribe, unsubscribe, like, dislike. I don't care what you do. You're gonna do something that makes you feel happy. Because as long as you truly express yourself, that's all that matters, my party people. Point two, I'm going to talk about my week and the challenges I've faced and how I overcame the grind, which has to do with part three, which I will tell you in a second, as well as what I have for the future. And part three is I'm gonna read a screenshot and we're gonna talk about it. So I forgot what part one was. Hopefully you did it. Wink, wink. Haha. We got 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully you unsubscribed. Thank you. And moving on. Part two. My week has been great. School this last week has been really good. Super extremely productive. Life as a young sociology major is hard. It's tough. Paper. Oh my gosh, paper after paper. I have a 40-page paper due this upcoming Friday. Thursday, actually. I probably should start working on it. But college. Let's wait till the last minute, folks. Moving on though. Outside of, being overwhelmed, but surprisingly doing a lot better than I thought. Like, I wrote a 4-page paper the week before Thanksgiving, and I did not put any effort into it. And guess what score I got? I got 23 out of 25, and that was way better than I thought it was going to be. And that paper is 15% of my final grade. So if I did poorly, the best I can get is an 85, assuming I get 100% of everything else, which ain't going to happen because your boy ain't perfect. And that'll play perfectly into part three. But outside of that, like I said, in short, school's good, school's great, future's good, future's great. I'm still alive. I hope to wake up tomorrow, and if I do, then it'll be a new day. Start your day with no expectations, because there's always a blessing in disguise. There we go. And that's perfect segue into part three of this video. I saw a screenshot earlier today on Instagram that I will pop on the screen for the viewers who are watching this on YouTube. Maybe my camera is not level. Oh, now it's definitely sideways. Oh, what's going on here, party people? And for the people who are listening, I'll read it for you. But it's on the screen now. And it says, there's always a blessing in disguise in every situation. Something far greater always comes out of moments that test you. Keep going, keep rising, and keep believing. Now, the title of this video, I assume, will be There's Always a Blessing in Disguise. And I'm going to speak about how that's true. From my social scientist perspective and training, I did have a conversation with someone today, though, that indicated maybe I picked the wrong major. Maybe I should have did psychology. I would be a good therapist. But I don't know. I like sociology a little bit more, But social psychology does exist, so might have to take a course or two on that. Wink, wink. Expect an update. Because I schedule for classes tomorrow, so you'll see. And so moving on. There's a blessing in every situation. Blessing in disguise in every situation. No matter what happens, no matter how bad it gets, you got to get up, okay? Because no one gives a flying skadoodle how you got down there. They don't care how you fell. They don't care your situation, okay? It's 2020. Everyone's down and out for the count. But they care about how you rose up, as this says. Keep rising. They care about how you believed in yourself, how you thought you could do it. Keep believing it, the thing says. Because once you keep believing, and you rise up so you can keep rising, you got to keep going. And this is the mindset you need to have to speak this phrase, this screenshot right here, this utterance of words I've just said to y'all into fruition. You know, you got to have the willpower to see that there's always a blessing in disguise in every situation. Yeah, you may be homeless, as the Stradman, this really big car YouTuber, was once. He was 22, living in his Audi TT, had no home to go back to. His parents were like, nope, you're on your own. This and that. Man's had to travel the country for 55 days. And guess what happened because of that? On one of the last days, he recorded his most viral YouTube video. At the time, I think he had 5,000 subscribers. And he was really out here on a hope and a prayer. And because of that video, he got tens of millions of views. And now he has over 2 million subscribers. Okay? That blessing in disguise was that instant, not instant, because he's been doing YouTube for like 6-7 years. But like the jump start. You know, the hindrance, you know, him getting fired from his job, evicted from his house, being homeless, all of that. Like that led him to find the blessing because he was determined, and anything is possible as long as you're willing to put the equal amount of work it takes to get there in. And he did, and he found that blessing in disguise. Yeah, he was homeless. Yeah, he was this and that. Because no one matters how you got there. They just matter how you got back up. And he got back up and recorded some viral-ish. And my man's is now famous. Just bought $1 million car. Has another $3 million in other cars. Is building a $2 million house on the $1 million plot of land he bought. This is all years later, you know. And all you need sometimes is a bad situation, you know. Because I feel like, you know, a lot of people, whether we like to say it or not, we're blessed. You know, we are extremely privileged to constantly experience good situations to where we don't have to be like, there's a blessing in disguise here. When it says there's a blessing in disguise here, and there's, especially in moments where you're tested, this is talking about when everything goes wrong, you know? And when everything goes wrong, you gotta be able to hold yourself down, okay? Don't get it twisted. It's nice to have a team. It's nice to have a camp to fall back on. It's nice to even have one singular person who, like, you know is your rock. But at the end of the day, you are you. And you gotta get yourself straight. Because you can't count on everybody sometimes. Although you got those friends, are they gonna be there when the going gets rough? You may have that girlfriend. But, like, is she willing to work it out? You may have the lifelong childhood best friend that's lived next door for you forever. But what happens when you get kicked out? Are they going to open their door? I'm not saying they have to, but I'm just saying be prepared for all situations. And to how you can be most prepared is to make sure you got yourself straight. It's okay to rely on others, but you know, you got to go back to, as SpongeBob would say, what the pioneers did back in the day. You know, you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, as we Americans like to say, which ain't really true because people do that every day and they don't go anywhere. But that's a conversation for like 5 minutes from now. I'm getting there. But yeah, no, pull yourself up by bootstraps and get the bread. You got to be willing to, especially while you're young. Like James, the YouTuber, everyone calls him the Stradman. You know, that's his actual, like, his actual YouTube channel name. And like James, Mans was down for the count. He was young though. You know, that's the key factor. If something bad, like that, extremely bad happens to you at a young age, like me, I'm 19, you know, I'm in college, you know, I'm chilling here. I'm trying to make the best of my life, the situation I got, and you know, we're trying to make this work, okay? But if something bad happens, like realistically, like I have more time to adapt than most people would, because you know, I don't have a super established life, I don't have an established family, this or that, you know, like I'm more privileged and more able to find that blessing in disguise, you know. Maybe like, let's say, like, just hypothetically speaking, maybe getting kicked out of college was the blessing for me to start the business I always wanted to start. Or maybe it was the blessing in disguise to pursue this lovely YouTube channel and podcast full time, to where I don't occasionally post videos once a week or maybe 4 times a week if I have the free time, but I'm posting a video every day. I'm being myself. I'm being organic. Trust me, I'm not being fake. I have to say, though, there are like 20 different Darshauns, and like this is definitely the more energetic one, but like at the same time, we can be monotone Darshaun too. I feel like this would be good for the podcast, but like when I have other people on and I got like a more serious setting and like all the big mics and stuff, then we can be like monotone Darshaun. I'm like, hey, it's your boy Darshaun, aka Senor Positivo, otherwise known as Big D. I love how like I'm being like monotone, but like I still got all like the mannerisms, I'm still like expressive. That's one thing about me. I'm always doing something. I'm always going above and beyond. I'm always big with it, because I'm a big boy, but big boys gotta eat. So yeah. Also, drink some water, people. It's 2020, okay? Grab you a bottle of Dasani, not sponsored. I just go to Iowa, the University of Iowa specifically, and we a Powerade school. So this is all they give us. And it'll be fine. Also, wear your goddamn masks, people. Okay? The corona is serious. Wear the mask. And although I hate shots, please, for God's sake, take the dang shot. Oh my God. I want to go back to normal life. Normal life. Yeah. Okay. But back on topic. Blessing in disguise. Sometimes, or something far greater always comes out of moments that test you, okay? I feel like I'm being the dead horse. I feel like if you don't get it from the example of James and myself, then you may not be getting it. So instead, I'm going to pivot. Put yourself in a bad situation. Put yourself in a situation to where you are cornered, to where you are down for the count. And ask yourself, what would you do? Would you do nothing? Would you try to fall back on those people that you think got you, who may actually got you, but let's say hypothetically they don't? What are you going to do? Call the Ghostbusters. I'm just joking. But that made no sense. I should have said, who are you going to call? And whatever. I messed it up. God dang it. But it's so funny though. Moving on, as I said, for like the 44th time. God dang, 44th president. Oh, let's go, Obama. Also, that's reminded me. Little side hot note, like hot take. So like how like Trump, is trying to pardon himself. Technically, he can't. So like he'd have to resign, and make Mike Pence president, for like a week, so then he can get pardoned. Meaning that Joe Biden would be the 47th president, which would look weird because when Obama and Joe were doing like some cooperative meetings, they put 44 plus 46, and 46 may be Mike Pence, and I'm not sure Senor Barack Obama is trying to associate with the man from Indiana. So yeah. We love Mike Pence. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you could tell the sarcasm, from the laugh in the video. Moving back onto this. Okay. Actually, it's been 5 minutes. We can talk about the pull yourself up by the bootstraps thing, because it's related to the example where I just said, put yourself in this situation. Pulling yourself up by the bootstraps works if the society was built to benefit you. Okay? And that's a potentially hot take, but I don't understand why. Because that's just literally how it is. I'm talking about you white people. Okay? And like, whoa, I'm calling out whole groups of people now. But I'm just saying, if you didn't know that, then wake up, okay? I don't know what school you go to. I go to University of Iowa, okay? There's 3% black people here. It's kind of sad. I literally go like 2 days without seeing black people sometimes. It's kind of sad, but I saw some black people today, and it was like, wow, what's up, bro? Like, how's it going? Don't get me wrong, though. And But back onto the whole, like, pull yourself up by the bootstraps thing. You know, like, I'm not saying, like, all white people, you know, like, automatically benefit from, you know, that. You know, they do a lot, you know, a good portion of them. But, you know, some people still struggle. It doesn't matter your skin color at the end of the day. Hardship follows and finds everyone. You know, you can, believe it or not, you know, it's the same thing with the coronavirus. Like they're saying, you know, the coronavirus don't care about your state border. It don't care about your skin color. It don't care if you're even a human. Okay, cats and dogs get that. A cheetah got it. A lion got it. It went, raw, I got corona, you know. And, you know, this life ain't fair, okay? But there's ways to go about it. And I can also say confidently, although people of color, you know, primarily black people, or more specifically black trans women, are super disadvantaged when it comes to like this. But even those people, the most disadvantaged people that experience the most highest levels of hardships, can see that there always is a blessing in disguise in every situation. You just got to have the mindset to see it, and you got to have the freaking work ethic to go out there and find it and make it a reality. Wow, that's real. I love how, like, it really just got a little heated there for a second, and all I was talking about were these blessings in disguise. And it's so funny how, like, some people have it harder than others when all everyone's trying to do is just get by, you know? It's kind of sad, you know. This is like a little tangent now just about the state of our country, but this is relevant because it's the perspective of a young sociology major, who's future social scientist too. Hopefully nothing I'm saying right now is controversial to my career in the future, but hey, foreshadowing maybe. And if you're still listening, yeah, you're a G, okay? But moving on. It's just sad, you know, like I said, that everyone's just trying to get by. Everyone's struggling with something. No one's perfect, unless you're like Jeff Bezos or, you know, Elon Musk, now the second richest person in the world. Buy some Tesla stock. Yeah, I said Tesla. Buy some Tesla stock, you know. It's fire. I'm not saying, like, buy some because it's going up or down recently. I'm just saying, like, you know, support your boy Elon. You know, electric cars are the future. But on the low, the Porsche Taycan Turbo, that has no turbos, actually. But the Porsche Taycan is cool. I say Taycan sometimes. I don't know. You get the point. Okay, electric car's cool. Moving on. So, unless you're, like, the top 1% of the 1% of the 1%, you know, the richest of the rich, life is a struggle. Okay, it don't matter how much money you have, you're gonna have hardships. It don't matter how many friends you know, you're gonna have hardships. It doesn't matter how many jobs you got, how many offers you got here, there. You know, you're gonna have hardships, partner. Okay, and although the hardships are skewed towards people of color, even the people of color can make it through and see the blessing in disguise. And as I said in the first take of this, the blessing, I probably should have said this a while ago because I'm just saying blessing in disguise. The blessing in disguise, or the blessing more specifically, is of the beholder. You know, the blessing, as in the case of James, was that, like, although he got kicked out, he got his best YouTube video ever that he made the most money on, to where he could not be homeless, one, and then two, started to build an audience that would actually watch his videos. And now he's famous, has money, this and that. He worked for it, grinded for it for years. Okay, he got it. He got lucky, but he saw the blessing in disguise. Well, it wasn't in a disguise. It freaking hopped out of an airplane with streamers and sparklers on its ankles while it was parachuting down on a football field. You know, he still had to catch it though, okay? It was kind of impromptu. But back on topic. So even like I said, people of color can see the blessing in disguise, you know? But more importantly, to all my white allies out there, and you know me personally, I go to like one of the most whitest schools in the land, okay? The only whitest school is probably Wisconsin, okay? Because, you know, it's just a little bit more north, okay? or Minnesota. They're pretty Canadian up there. But actually, I can't say that because they're in Minneapolis, and there's black people there. So shoot, they might be more diverse than me, or not me, but like where I go to school. But you get the point. What I'm saying though is, black people can get the bread, or brown people can get the bread, and every shade between off-white and black can get the bread. But for those people who consider themselves white, or like my friends, the European Americans, otherwise known as my white allies, I need y'all. And this is how the world gets better, because the world only gets better if the majority group, or the group in power, and this is like sociological theory stuff right here, does something about it. And obviously, the people of color want the change so they can, actually be able to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, because studies show colored people work way harder than their lighter counterparts and see not even half of the benefit. But for those European Americans who are the allies of the colored people, they got to see the blessing in disguise they have there. Yeah, they might feel bad that they have an automatic advantage at life, but the blessing is that you can use that to better the lives of others. Wow. Okay, a lot of this video was just kind of making it up on the go, but like that was profound. And if you are still watching and listening to this, that's the main message I want to put out into the world. It's not controversial, and if it is, change how you live your freaking life. Okay, Karen? Okay, relax. And Jim Bob, yeah, you too, Jim Bob, freaking relax, brother. Okay, hey, brother, yeah, give me a white man shake. Yeah, okay, but back on topic. Okay, that was pretty crisp. I did that with myself. But yeah, I kind of perfected the white man shake. I go to Iowa. Okay, leave me alone. Okay, but head scratch, hair move. Okay, moving on. But like I said, for the European Americans, the white allies to the colored people, remember, your blessing in your situation that may be bad because you have to recognize your privilege is that you have the ability to use your privilege to put everyone else on the same playing field. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, we are all the human race. If I cut my arm and your arm at the same time, guess what's coming out? My favorite color, red. Okay, we're the same. Even in our genes, we are so close. We like identical twins. So on that note, I have no clue how long I've been recording, or if it still is recording. All I know is my camera's kind of hot, and I might be getting towards the time limit. So. It's been real. Expect a review or something. I low-key have a marching band video to put out. So, if you're listening to the podcast, then, check out the YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/c/Darshaun Smith, or, the link tree in the bio, and look forward to some reactions, and more so some vlogs, and also skits. I do make some of those. And yeah, I do it all. That's why it's called Darshaun Smith and not Darshaun Vlogs, because I don't do that. So on that note, my party people, make sure you do whatever you want to do, like, subscribe, unsubscribe, dislike, hate, comment, because all that matters at the end of the day is you recognize that there's always a blessing in disguise in every situation, especially when you're getting tested and stuff's going hard. But also when you just try to stay positive, okay? So it's been real. I'll catch you later. I know this is random, but so am I. So we out. And on the gang, yeah, stay positive, gang.